Rickson Mabini, and now we will try to answer 50 questions in pre-lit review and general education that consist of different subjects like science, social science, English, mathematics, Rizal, and professional education. So here's the first question. I can't find blank calculator. May I use blank Richard. So the choices is letter A, my and his. Letter B, my and yours. So the answer is my and yours, letter B. Next is corrupt government officials should be ashamed of blank. A, themselves. B, ourselves. So the answer is A, themselves. Next is when preparing ingredients, she is always careful not to hurt blank. So when preparing ingredients, she, so the answer is A, herself. There's a word she. Next is the student's request to reset the test blank reasonable. So the word students are plural, so the word we use is letter AR because is singular. So the letter A is the correct answer. Next is Joanne lives blank Santillan Road. So letter A, in. B, on. So as we tackled earlier, the word in is very specific and B is not very specific. So the answer is B, on, because Santillan Road is not very specific. So the answer is B. Next is Maggie will be ready to leave blank about 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, the word 30 minutes is very specific. So the answer is letter A, in. Next is the nearest post office is on blank. So the choices we need to choose is what is the right way to write. Letter A, 22nd Street. Letter B, 20-2nd Street. So the answer is letter B. Next is sturdy and strong. The Filipinos are like the mulib is blank. So when we say simile, it is the word comparing using the word as and like, and metaphor comparing without using the word as and like. So as we see, there is a word like, so the answer is A, simile. Next is she is my sunshine is an example of A, simile, B, metaphor. So there is no word as or like, so the answer is metaphor, letter B. Next is which among of the following is the main theme of the Il Filibusterismo? A, curing the social cancer. B, ideals means of achieving social reform. So the answer is letter B, ideal means of achieving social reforms. Next is, based on the poem, Sa Aking Mga Kababata, written by Jose Rizal as young poet, what was he advocating? A, the use of both native tongue and multilingual languages. B, the use of one's native language or the use of mother tongue. So the answer is letter B. Next is, which of the environmental law requires industries to install anti-pollution devices and bans the use of incinerators? So A, Clean Air Act. B, Environmental Security Act. So as we all know that environmental law, so the answer is A, Clean Air Act. Next is, how do you call the tax imposed on all employed and practicing professionals? A, income tax. B, community tax. In choices letter B, community tax. It is the tax that came from adult citizens. So clearly the answer is A, income tax. Next is, which of the following represents the smallest subunit of government in the Philippines at present? A, barangay. B, sitio. So the answer is A, barangay. Next, to which type of political system do we belong? A, democracy. B, colonialism. So the answer is A, democracy. The tax required to be paid annually by all adult citizens of the Philippines is the blank. A, community tax. B, income tax. So the answer is A, community tax. Which refers to the act of the president to stay the execution of a convict? A, pardon. B, reprieve or reprieve. So to stay the execution, so the answer is letter B, reprieve, because it means to postpone. Next, who has the power to declare the existence of a state of war? A, Congress. B, President. So the answer is A, the Congress. Next, all Filipino citizens have the right to vote and to be voted upon as a government official. What is this constitutional right called? A, suffrage. B, electoral right. So the answer is suffrage. Next is, Mrs. Olivares presented real samples of rocks in her general science class. What principle did she apply? A, authenticity. B, responsive. So when we say authenticity, it is a real object. You present a real object and can be touched and can be seen. So the answer is letter A, authenticity. Next, which is the best reason why teachers state the objectives before using instructional media? A, to secure materials. B, to determine which media to use best. So the answer is letter B, to determine which media to use best. Next is, which of the following should Mr. Rivera primarily considered in determining the teaching-learning objectives and the use of instructional media? A, the assessment tool to be used. B, the learning activities. So the answer is the learning activities. Next, which of the following technologies provide iconic experiences to students or children? A, video and books. B, pictures and videos. So the answer is pictures and videos. Next, which of the following computer-based instructional materials can be used to learn new concepts? A, games. B, tutorial. So the answer is B, tutorial. With increasing use of educational technology inside the classroom, what role is expected of the teacher? A, facilitator. B, researcher. So as we all know that a teacher in the classroom is what we call facilitator. So letter A. It is impractical to bring real objects to the classroom, so Aaron constructed a three-dimensional visual aid. Which aid did he construct? A, chart. B, model. So the answer is model. Which of the following is an ineffective use of presentation software? So ineffective ang atong gipangita dinhi. A, allow interaction with the learner. B, read directly from the slides. So the answer is B. Next is, which of the following is not an example of a communicative tool? A, chat. B, multimedia encyclopedia. So letter B, multimedia encyclopedia. Internet consists of thousands of connected computer network around the world. Which term does not refer to internet? A, net. B, online. So the answer is B, online. So we go to math or mathematics. So parenthesis 4, parenthesis negative multiplied by negative 6 plus parenthesis 12 times or multiply by 3 is equals to blank. So, this one, so you have to multiply for negative 6. So, the answer is letter B, 12. The difference between gross profit and cost of goods sold is known as A, discount, B, net profit. So, gross profit, so we say profit is ginansya, and cost of goods sold, so the total cost sa goods. So, the answer is A, net profit. Letter B, net profit. Which is proportion? A, 5:4 equals to 15:12. B, 4:5 equals to 12:10. So, the answer is A, 5:4 equals to 15:12, because if you multiply 5 and 4 by 3, so the answer is 15 and 12. So, Peter, so borrowed 15,000 from the bank at the rate of 12,000 per year. How much will be one year in the bank after 1.1 to 5 years? So the solution, so the answer for this question is 17,700, letter B. So how to calculate the problem, or how to look for the solution? Solution is, let X, Peter O. So, how much Peter O is 15,000. So, this is what Peter borrowed. Plus 0.12, the rate, multiplied 15,000. So, the whole money Peter multiplied by 1.5 years. So, the answer is 7,700. So, letter B. Next is, John invested 5,000 pesos in a certain business. How much will his money be in 2 years if it earns 12,000 interest in a year? So, it is like how to solve earlier the first problem. So, the answer is 6,300. Letter B. Next is, what do you call an equality of two ratio? A, quotient. B, proportion. So, the answer is B, proportion. Next, the least common multiple of 18 and 24 is, letter A, 72. What do you call a triangle with equal sides? A, scalene. B, equilateral. So, the answer is B, equilateral. Which of the following is multiple of 8? A, 32,400. B, 1,460. So, the answer is A, 32,400. How many times will the digit 7 appear between 1 to 100? So, the A, 11. B, 20. So, the answer is letter B, 20. What is the process used by the plants to convert the energy from sunlight into chemical energy? A, photosynthesis. B, cytolysis. So, the answer is letter A, photosynthesis. Next, which of the following shows mechanical weathering of rocks? A, iron in rocks combined with oxygen. B, freezing water between rocks particles. So, the answer is B, freezing water between rocks particles. Next is, the biggest of the 7 continents of the world is A, Australia. B, Asia. So, the answer is B, Asia. Which organism is an example of a fungus? A, algae or algae. B, yeast. So, the answer is B, yeast. What kind of mirror is used in cars to give the driver a wider area and smaller image of the traffic behind him or her? A, double concave. B, convex. So, the answer is convex. Next is comparing the speed of sound in liquids, gases, and solids. The speed of sounds is usually lowest in blank and highest in blank. A. Liquids and solids. B. Gases and solids. So the answer is B. Gases and solids. If a voltage of 100 volts produce a current of 5 amperes in an electric device, what is the resistance? A. 5 ohms. B. 20 ohms. So the answer is B. 20. So you just simply divide 100 by 5. So the answer is 20. Which has a greater density, a lake full of water or a cup full of water? A. The lake full of water. B. They have the same density. So the answer is B. They have the same density. Next, why do we see the sun rise in the east? A. The earth revolves eastward. B. The earth rotates from west to east. So the answer is B. The earth rotates from west to east. Okay, so that's all. So that's all the 50 questions in pre-lit review. So thank you and keep safe and God bless.